G'day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Broker Coach podcast. Our mission is to be the most valuable podcast in the universe for mortgage brokers. I'm your host, Sam Panetta, and today I'm joined by the great man, the machine, Dion Fernandes from Emerge Finance. How you doing, mate?
Hey, I'm good. It's a nice, warm Queensland day for you today.
It is too warm to be wearing pants, I can tell you that.
That's why I wore the shorts.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
But
I'm a foreigner here.
But I came in theme. Green. I was really undecided on what color green because I got two shades of green. So I want forest green, or we go with a little lime. I think lime because it's my newer one. So,
all right. Mr. Lime.
Thanks for having me on, mate.
Nah, this is going to be awesome, mate. This is going to be awesome. Just for everyone that's listening, we'll put a little bit of context into it. So a couple of years ago, we're doing like 20 mil a year, right? And now we're going to lodge 20 mil this month.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Mate, a lot of your growth has come off the back of really going hard, going heavy into the niche, right? Most brokers are scared to lean heavily into a niche. Why weren't you scared to lean heavily into a niche?
I was scared.
Good answer. Tell me everything.
I think you just don't know what you don't know, right? I think that's one thing. And, you know, if you want to strip it back even further, I never wanted to be in lending. Never. Didn't want to be a broker, never wanted to be a lender in a bank. But, you know, working in a bank, in order to get any further to understand how business works, one of my original managers said, mate, you got to do lending. You want to be a bank manager, do lending. So, you know, learning the craft, right? So I've learned my craft, honed the craft, but I never really understood what I enjoyed until it got defined after meeting you. I just enjoyed helping people. What does that look like? Do I help everyone or do I just serve that? But learning and understanding how that actually makes life a lot easier was something that I didn't quite grasp till, you know, we started hanging out and started drinking the Kool-Aid, right? But yeah, definitely was afraid into leaning in because you're going from something this big to something this big, but doing this much really well, and the aim is to be better than anyone else at it.
And you've done a cracking job of that, right? You've cornered the market. If you were to describe what your ideal clients look like, what do they look like, Dion?
Yeah, so let's define the niche first. The niche is debt structure and strategy. That's the broad niche, and then we've got the sub niches underneath it.
Okay.
So
you're talking dirty to me, Dion.
Yeah, love talking dirty. So debt structure and strategy is, you know, I serve a bit like Maddie Spears, right? I serve business owners and property investors. Mine's a little bit, I take mine a little bit further in the sense that I serve business owners and property investors that want to build a portfolio over time and secure their financial legacy for their family. Because my vision is to empower financial legacies for generations. So being able to grow the niche around that, actually defining my vision and then understanding what my niche was and how that actually affected the vision actually made it a lot easier to lean into it harder. I help less people, but I help more people that feel the need for my services, right? Like
the pool's smaller, but you're helping more people in that pool.
Correct. And the way I see I help everyone else is by the education I put out, because I'm not everything to everyone. You can never be everything to everyone. You just die.
No.
Like if you try to help and serve everyone.
I couldn't teach someone how to run a coffee shop, Dion. I don't know how to run a fucking coffee shop. I didn't even know you had that magic coffee here in Brizzy.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't stitching that.
And so when you started leaning heavily into the niche, because there is a lot of fear around it, right? Brokers have a lot of fear around leaning heavily into a niche. When you began to do it, what were the feelings and the thoughts that you were going through?
Oh, it's a really good question. So feelings and thoughts were, this is not going to work. What am I doing? I'm leaving deals on the table. All the thoughts that you go through as a business owner or a broker when you're first starting, I got to get the money, cash flow. I know we'll be talking about a bit cash flow later, right? But cash flow, when am I getting my next deal from? How am I getting my next deal? How do I know these are the right people? And you don't. until you start leaning in, narrowing it down, asking more questions, and literally narrowing down the pool to a point where, I don't know whether it's too early for me to say this or not, but again, narrowing it down to a pool where you're targeting a certain type of person, and that certain type of person is the only people that can get into your calendar. To the point I've narrowed it down so much now people can't get, like, what's the date today? 20th of February. People can't get into my calendar till mid-March, end of March. That's how niche time. And I can't, mate, I can't see, like, talking to all these people. You can't see 20 people in a day and have the type of conversations that I have to have. But yeah, definitely the fear of not understanding how this juggernaut would go. But then I guess the fear was alleviated by hanging around with other people that are doing it.
There was evidence.
There was evidence. Yep. So there's evidence that it works. But you've also then got that thing in the back of your head going, but that's not the same niche.
It works for them, but it's not going to work for me.
Exactly. But then I find, a year on, I'm saying the exact same thing to everyone else and going, here's the framework, but it's not going to work the same way it works for me as it works for you because I'm doing a different niche to you. So it does work. I think you just got to understand the framework first.
There's fucking so many questions that are coming into my mind. So the first one is, how long did it take for you to decide on niching down until the results of having a sharp niche started to be produced?
My niche I really fell into, right? The sub niche of rooming house. Let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
I fell into it.
Just wrote a couple of deals.
No, not even that. Not even that. It was.
What happened, Dion?
It was, and a big, massive. I'm going to do a shout out because there's probably going to be a few shout outs in this thing because I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for the people that have helped me get to where I am. Yes. And I think that it'd be remiss of me not to, if there was a point in this episode, to thank them. And one of those people was Michelle Watt. Now, she works for Nest Connect. She's a property manager. And I'd worked very, very briefly with her with my old employer. And somehow she bloody remembered me for doing co-living rooming house. And then she put me onto a real estate agent that was doing these rooming house deals and like really gave me my leg up. And then basically just learnt. I knuckled down and learnt how to do it and do it well, made mistakes, learnt from the mistakes. But the overarching thing is you can't do something like that unless you understand debt structure and strategy. So for a client going, I want a rooming house, cool, park, great. Why? Get into the all this. What is it going to do for you? What would it be? What would it look like in 12 months if you had that? How would you feel, etc.? Like, feel, felt, found. But then stripping it right back is like, okay, now you want that. Let's look at this to make sure you can get that. And then think of the next 2-3 steps. Not transactional. And I don't think you can be a broker now in this current environment if you're transactional and you're selling on rate.
No, you definitely can't. Those days are gone.
Where's your edge? Everyone can give you the same rate. Like you just go to any broker, they'll give you the same rate. But if you can't, if there's no policy to back that rate up, if you need a policy, you can't go, oh, this lender here's got this rate. If you can't go there because you don't meet their policy requirements, then the rate's irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So, but how long did it take you to really hone in on the niche, mate?
I would say a good 6 to 12 months.
A good 6 to 12 months.
6 to 12 months to really learn, understand. And I was really afraid to put myself out there. Because of that. I think a lot of the other brokers on your or other guests, sorry, not brokers, guests on your podcast have said the fear of what other people think of me and coming across that imposter syndrome thing.
What, when you're putting content and advertising out into the university?
I never really started putting content out till I really spoke to you, right? Yeah. I did. I shouldn't say I didn't. I had my podcast before you.
Yes.
Right? So I was always putting content out 3 times a week. Not me, someone else was doing it for me.
Fuck, I've put 3 pieces of content out this morning.
Yeah, exactly, right? The value of putting yourself out there and realizing, you know, the couple of things I realized is no one gives a shit. They don't care. They're not actually judging you. It's only you thinking that they're judging you because you think it's cringe.
No one gives a fuck about anyone, Dion.
And
everyone's just running their own
race.
If
they do, like, God, they got nothing else to do with their lives. Like, I know when I started broking, I pretty much, you know, when you're leaning into the niche, once you lean in, you're all in.
Yeah.
Like, I went all in. And I think I realized 6 months, 7 months down the track that I hadn't seen any of my friends.
What do you mean? You've niched your friends away.
Yeah, I've just gone so hard and like forgot. And then Jana, my partner's like, do you ever want to go out with your friends? I'm like, yeah, it's a good point. You
niched too hard, mate.
Yeah, but I didn't even have time to, like, what I'm trying to say is
it got busy.
I didn't have time to realize all of that. And then I went, well, these other people don't realize, like, they shouldn't have the time to judge me either. So just put it out there. If it helps one person, that's my job done.
Perfect. Mate, if someone's listening to this, right, say they're a broker who still hasn't really niched in, right? Still hasn't really leaned into something where they've, you know, got a competitive edge to a market to a demographic that they can market to. What would you say to someone who's in that position who hasn't yet really pulled the trigger on defining the niche of their ideal client?
That's a really interesting. I've actually had that question asked to me just recently from another, not in our group, but someone else. Like, how did you find that? It's if I say that, oh, you know, do something you love, it's a lie. You're not going to love.
You don't love rooming houses?
No. You're not going to love everything about your niche.
Yeah.
There are certain things you're not going to love.
Yeah.
Right? In my niche, I don't like the way some lenders value properties. But overall, I'm passionate about empowering financial legacies for generations. Not writing the loan, that's what I'm passionate about. So it's got to be something, when you're niching down, you've got to have something more powerful than the niche to fall back on. Does that?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're transactional.
Yeah.
I only serve these people. Like, mate, why do you serve these? Why? What is the why behind you? Why do you want to do this? So once you figure that out, I think it's a lot easier to figure out what you actually like doing. It's a couple of people in our group with bloody cool niches.
Yeah.
Right? Cat, for instance. It's a very, very unique proposition. But she's still doing the same shit. Don't get me wrong. She's still writing loans. But the thing that, and this is the reflection.
We're all writing loans.
We're all writing loans, right? But why is she writing loans? Why am I writing loans? Empower financial legacies for generations. I'm a single dad, got a daughter. That's what my why is, right? And I'm trying to help as many people as possible get their shit together and build some wealth safely, securely, and with a team behind them that supports them. And it's they're in it for them, not, I don't give a shit about the money. That's
you got to fucking eat. You got to eat. You know
but
I mean?
Like, the loan size doesn't matter to me, right? I don't care if you earn $1 million or if you earn 100,000 or if you earn 50. You still get the same experience.
Your loan sizes, in saying that, have fucking up materially since going into the niche, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think I was...
like, your average loan size, where was it? What is it now?
I think average loan size year one was like 500-600.
And what is it now?
It's like close to 9... it fluctuates between 950 to 1.1.
Fucking double.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think that's speaking to the right people.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, mate. I've got so many questions here, right?
Pick some juicy ones.
Pick some juicy. We're going to get through them in chronological order. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost, Dion. The caffeine's hidden.
That's why you tick the box when it's done.
I am. I'm ticking the box.
Yeah.
Look, tick.
Done. Gone.
All right. You've got your ideal clients that you love to work with, right?
Yeah.
How do you get their attention?
Yeah, so a few ways. Again, if you can't do it yourself, I'm a big believer, if you can't do it yourself, pay someone better than you to do it. But one caveat, you got to learn what the hell they're doing so you can guide the conversation. Now, I've learned that by making mistakes. So I'm not saying it was a mistake. It was more of a learning journey. You know, ads. My first foray into ads, I went with an agency that was doing ads. But as I went out, they didn't quite understand. I don't think they really understood what I did and how I do it. Sure, I got over 400 or 500 leads. Leads in their eyes, prospects in my eyes. A lead to me is when they're qualified and booked into my calendar.
We've got the definitions,
Yep.
you know what I mean? We've got the definitions.
I don't have time to ring 400 to 500 people, whereas a new broker who doesn't have that lead flow, doesn't have the appointments, but probably bring them pretty quickly. Or if you're a partnership, one's doing the sales, one's doing the credit, the delivery stuff. It works really well. So it does work in different businesses, just doesn't work in mine. Then I realized, I did the Where You program to figure out, hang on a sec, I need to qualify these leads, and how do I qualify them without picking up the phone? I've got a shitload of content out there. How do I make ads? I know you've been banging on. Like, it took me 6 months just to do an ad, right? So I know you've been banging on. It's slow. Mate, I got there. And
you're crushing it.
And I'm crushing it. We're going to get into that.
We're going to get into that.
But then I did it, and I realized, holy shit, this is easier. Like, I actually understand what these people are actually doing, meta ads and stuff. Not to the level, because I'm not in it day in, day out. It's like I'm telling them to come right alone. They wouldn't know how to fucking do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
But, as Hormozy says, you pay someone. The mistake I made is not understanding what they did. When I did that Where You course, I'm understanding what they actually did to a level where I'm like, hey, man, I could probably do this myself. And I took a crack at it myself. And all I did was, hang on a sec, Dion, you've got a library of content from years of your podcast. The messages there are awesome because Luke at Umbrella Creative, I've worked with from day dot with the podcast. Mate, the way they cut up reels, mate, they were just ads. Had a hook.
The ads were there. The creative for the ads were already there.
And I didn't realize, the click, it's like, holy crap, doing this course was game changer for me. I pretty much said to everyone that's wanting to do ads, go do this course.
Learn how to do them.
It's a nominal amount. You'll make your money back in 6 months, or less than 6 months, you'll make your money back. Anyway, man, I made my money back in 2 weeks. From that course. I haven't told them yet, but I will actually tell them. They'll probably
it's fucking too late now.
No.
They're not going to listen to this podcast.
No. But I'll send him a message. He's a lovely guy. But screw loose, like most people, most entrepreneurs. But you learn, right? But then it got to a point where I'm like, I'm getting all these leads. So I created a landing page. It had a nice video. It had a survey.
Like a video sales letter.
Telling you no one listens to that.
No one watches the video.
I reckon they do, but they don't watch the whole thing. It's on autoplay anyway. But people were engaged. They were engaged with what I was not spinning, but putting out there and understanding, this might resonate with me. Because I learned how to write the copy. I learned how to set it up. So I knew enough to get by. But then it got to a point where I'm like, oh, geez, I can't keep... Then I realized that, I got to keep changing these every month because they'll go stale, and I got to do this, and I got to put my content out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm slowly not getting time to do this.
Because it's working. There are deals are coming in, and now there's no time to do the marketing.
Exactly. And then I'm like, oh, geez, how am I going to get these leads? I'm still getting leads from organic, and then the synthetic are coming in. But then because I think the thing that we've said and we're trying to set, we want to be oversubscribed for leads.
All the time. Yes.
And you want to feel the pain of having too many leads because it's a good pain.
It's the best pain.
Because it allows you to grow and it allows you to go, oh, geez, who do I need next in my business?
Yes.
So after that, I'd reached out to James Pitt from Sunbear Marketing. And mate, he doesn't know how to write alone. I can tell you that. He doesn't know a lot about mortgages, but what he does do, and I think this is the key point and difference. So if you're a bloody marketing agency out there, it's the one thing he does better than anyone else. He connects with his client. And he connected with me in a way where, man, I don't understand what you do, but I want to understand what you do so I can help you grow and be better. That's the key thing, finding someone that you gel with. So finding your people. finding broker coach, finding the group and broker coach, finding the content guy, finding my podcast people, right? You're growing the people that are going to grow you.
Mm.
And mate, I could tell you the numbers are phenomenal. If we're talking just January, so January was a record leads month, but he's come into this for me already having six months worth of data of me doing my own ads and realizing what works, what doesn't. And he's just refined it. Have I made his job easier? Probably. But he still has to deliver. And mate, he delivers in spades, and it's not BS. It's a non-BS approach. I go in once a month, record all my content for the month, record all my ads, I'm done. Then the next Thursday, so that's the first Thursday of every month, second Thursday of every month, I'm doing my podcast. Third and fourth Thursdays, I've now opened up my calendar to get more people. So January, 54 leads in a month. That's record month.
And these are heavily qualified
yes.
leads.
So what do I define as a lead? The lead's gone into my survey.
Yeah.
They're qualified in my survey because there's a disqualifier in there. And then they've got the chance to book into my calendar. Now, if they don't book into my calendar, I've made a bit of a change. If they don't book but they're qualified, or if they're not qualified, they always get a call. Ferry, my newest credit analyst.
So if they're qualified or not qualified, or they booked in or they don't booked in, all four get a call.
All get a call.
And what do you do on the call?
So Ferry.
What does Ferry do on the call?
Ferry, I go, here's all the information they've given us, Ferry. Have a chat. Because I'm trying to build this team out. Like I just had the light bulb moment. Ferry's already been a broker, but let me teach him how to do it my way because it works and won awards for it. So got to be bloody doing something right. So, and we're trying to make sure that he is comfortable with the scripting per se. He's comfortable with talking to clients, comfortable ringing again. And then the systems and processes just kick in after that because that's what we're trying to get him comfortable with and layering on the learning. But it couldn't be it may not be a client for me, but it may be a client for him. So I'm giving him a subscription of leads now. And his biggest issue was, hey, I don't want to go hunt leads. Like, oh, that's cool. You'll be.
They're landing on his desk.
Yeah, mate. Don't worry about it. You know, in November, December, both Craig and Ferry were going, oh, guys, we're a bit light on. I said, don't worry.
Turn the fucking ads up.
Have your little break. Have a little Kit Kat, whatever. Come January. And I said to them before I left, by the way, we are now, before I left in December, like for our break, halfway through this or towards the end of December, I go, oh, by the way, we're booked out for the whole of January, so be prepared when you come back. And they're like, oh. And now we are pumping 54 leads, new leads in January, which were booked in February. We've booked for February. And in February, so it's the 20th now, there's already 54 leads qualified in my calendar.
So it's going to be another record lead month again.
It's going to be record. It's already a record lead month.
And do you reckon March will be another record?
I reckon March will be another.
Are you turning the ad spend up in order to get this, or the things just working better?
I think a bit of column A, column B. I'm only spending $90 a day.
So it's not a stupid amount of money and we're talking about super qualified leads. We're not talking about 54 shit leads. These are guys that want to do the rooming house stuff. They're the guys that want to create wealth. Their average loan size of 1.1 million. We're talking good quality fucking deals here.
Yeah. So then the next problem I had was they're booked out so much. And I said, oh, mate, these people aren't turning up sometimes. Like I'm getting a good turn up. Like I'm getting good engagement. But why? Because we're booked out. Like I can only see so many people.
Is it because they're too far in the future?
Correct. But what I'm doing is I've changed the nurture cycle to make sure they're still engaged. And 3 days out before, I'm sending a text message now saying, hey, you've booked this appointment. This is the time. This is the place.
Yeah.
Please reply yes or no. If you can't reply yes or no, I'll fill it up with it. I've got plenty of people that want this appointment space.
Has it worked?
It has been working.
Yes.
My turn-up rate.
Nailed it.
But the issue was I had so many people in the workflow before that. So I had to tweak the workflow a little bit. And again, that's learning. That's go high level. James doesn't do the go high level piece. I hired someone else to fix that.
You know what you're really good at is getting different people to come in, and you're not afraid to hire someone. Like if you don't know what you're doing with something, you're not afraid to say, I don't need to figure out how to do this thing. I need to figure out who I need to get to do the thing.
Yes.
When did you learn that art of bringing people in rather than trying to figure it out yourself. You've cooked something, and you're fucking laughing.
If anyone knows me, and Jana will definitely say this, I value my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate spending my time on things I don't like doing.
Yeah.
For example, let's not talk about business. For example, cleaning my car, mowing my lawn. I hate it. Like, some people get off on it. I hate it. Built a house. I built the house with the family home that we had prior to separation, etc. I said, I don't want grass in the back. It's AstroTurf. AstroTurf, don't have
or fake grass.
Fake grass. Don't have
Fuck,
to
I've
mow.
got fake grass too.
Yeah, mate, the best.
The best. It gets hot, but
Doesn't
it get hot here in Queensland?
It does, but just put
Bit of water on it. Put your thongs on, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to go in bare feet.
Be nice, though.
But, obviously the front of the house is council land. It's got grass. I had a lovely guy, semi-retired. I paid him $15 every 6 weeks just to mow the lawn. I couldn't be asked.
$15?
Just a little bit out the front.
Fucking pay more than $15.
He wanted $15.
Fuck.
I said, I'll pay you more.
The fuel in the lawnmower is going to cost $15.
But he had the monopoly. This guy was great. He had the monopoly on the street, right? He had the monopoly. But as soon as I left, because I've rented,
he was doing 100 lawns and breaking even, the poor bloke.
No. He didn't. He's semi-retired. He's doing it as a hobby. But so that, like, I don't like washing my car. Like, I don't want to spend 2-3 hours washing my car. Go there. So it's just the same as in business. Like, where is your time best spent? Is my time best spent like learning, like bloody cooking up all this creative? Or is it spent 10 minutes just adjusting the creative? Probably 10 minutes adjusting the creative. And it's who, not how.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's true.
Who's the best person to do this?
Yeah.
Is it me? I could probably do it. Believe me.
You could figure it out.
I could figure it out.
But you might be slower and not as good as someone who's already figured it out.
But I wouldn't be able to talk to the 50 leads that have just come in.
100%. How is your time being spent differently now where, let's say when you were doing 2 mil a month, now you're doing 20 mil a month. How does your time get invested on a daily basis differently at those two levels?
Yeah. So the first 2024 and up to January 2025. So yeah, a good the first 12 months, first full 12 months. Because I started October 2023. The first 12 months, probably actually the first 15 months, even when I hired my first credit analyst, I pretty much did everything, except I'm very, very fortunate. And I think what you've got to understand is I'm very fortunate to have someone like Adam Bradley, who's the director of Emerge Finance.
He's a good fella.
Mate,
he's a good fella.
I know I didn't bloody thank him. Sorry, Ads. I didn't thank you.
He's shouting you out now, Adam. He's shouting you out now.
Officially, when I won the AMA award, my heart was there. You know I love you. Mate, he was the guy that really took a punt. He saw something different in me. I don't know what he saw in me. Maybe I was a nice guy.
Maybe it's that cracking shirts.
No, I didn't have the shirts when I saw it.
It's
only Jana. This is all Jana. This is not me. He took a punt.
Yes.
And his words were, mate, I'll hire you, but you got to put your balls on the line. Full comp. No pussy, full comp.
No salary. If you're going to fucking do it, back yourself,
right.
do
back
the
yourself,
thing.
do it right. So, mate, sold my car, $36,000 to my name, single dad, and a mortgage.
And just balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. Did it. So I did most of it myself. So I was very fortunate. Adam's setup is awesome. We've got admin at the front end and processing at the back end. So I was basically get the lead, have the strategy, do it all up, present it, do the handover notes, do the broker notes, everything, right? I did the middle chunk. So the lead to handover, did the middle chunk, and I had a little bit of help with the admin guys getting all the docs and stuff like that together. But man, that was time consuming. Now, albeit I wrote some cracking months. Right? I got up to, you can do that. You can do that.
Just elbow grease.
Elbow grease. If you're all balls to the wall and you understand if you understand your niche that well, and if you know how to write a deal, I was writing $6, $7, $8 million months without easy, right? Easy, knew how to do it. But it was bloody time consuming, and I felt and I knew my service level wasn't to where it was.
What's the telltale signs there that you're dropping the ball on the service levels?
Oh, when people are like messaging you and chasing you up. If a customer's ringing you or messaging you, someone hasn't contacted them. And again, it's who should have contacted them. At that point, well, mate, it was me. Like, it was all me.
So there was no one else. That was okay.
Yeah.
I still remember my first ever boss said to me, if a client calls to ask where the deal's at, you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They should know. Do you know what I mean? The communication should come from us first.
Yep. Correct. And it's also asking about, how do you like to be contacted? What frequency would you like? And I think in my head, anytime you move a client to the next stage, they should be contacted. I don't think I've ever had a client say, stop telling me what's going on.
Yeah. Stop providing me with pleasant updates, please.
Stop telling me that my loan's approved, bro. I'm like, come on. Like, you know, it's that piece. And then learning, you know, and then Luke from Emerge, he then was
King
raving
Luke.
about you, right? King first home buyer Luke.
The king of Queensland.
Yeah,
We're going out for lunch with him in 1 hour.
Yep, correct. Where he's told me to do a day in the life off today, so I've got to do something. So he's like, oh, look, I got this coach. I know, okay, cool. All right, tell me more, because you see all these coaches. But the thing, you know, and then when we connected, it was instant. It was like, no, I didn't even talk to you. I'm like, oh, I believe you, Luke. No worries. Just jumped on. I'm like, hey, mate. And the one thing you did really well that most people wouldn't is you were really responsive. And you said, mate, I'm at a long lunch in Manly. I'm like, oh, far out. I want to be in a long lunch in Manly.
Fuck, everyone's going to think all I do is go to long lunches now.
No. But we then, I think we just met up in January. And I'm like, what do you, just shut up and take my money? Because I knew I got to a point by myself. I wasn't going any further, and I want to do something great. It's not money, right? Money helps you, is the vehicle or the tool that helps you do better stuff.
100%. It's the fuel in the engine.
Yeah, but it's legacy. Like, what legacy do I want to leave in this industry? So got onto you, and you're like, get a credit analyst. Like, all right, cool. How do I do that? Well, do I hire onshore? Do I hire offshore? I didn't have the money to hire onshore, so I went offshore. Found Arzu, trained her, had to train her. So, like, when I found her in February, I was still January, and she didn't start till February. I was still doing stuff right up until April 2025. Yeah. So it's still me. But the turning point between April and February was I turned up my lead flow by just being able to do more and take on more. I said yes to more clients. And then that allowed us to do 20 mil in April or May last year. And that was my first, that was the turning point.
That was a cracker. Because it was like, you'd done that.
I was like, and we had a well-oiled machine, and I had to still train her, but it felt like, the first couple of months of training her was like, I'm going to find pain. I know there's going to be pain. And then by the time it hit April and I'm doing all these type of deals and niching out, and as you're growing a portfolio, what's the number one thing that changes? The number one thing that changes is the type of wealth people create and the asset class they need to go into. And I'm doing a lot of these development deals, and they're bloody consuming. And they're still part of my niche, and I'm bloody good at them. And I went, oh shit, I'm still doing too much. I think we had this conversation.
Yeah.
Dion, you're doing too much. Like, yeah, righto. Let's refine. Let's hire someone else. And then I found a bloody unicorn, and he knows it. Craig.
Shout it out, Craig.
I know you'll never be in front of a camera, but you can listen to this podcast. So, but mate, he, it's a pretty similar thing. Like, we gelled, different personalities, but same ethic, same why. Like, he wants to build something. He wants to do something that's bigger than him. He treats his role as his business. Like, he treats, he thinks like me, acts like me in the sense that it's like his own, which is really, really, really rare.
Love.
So, but then that allowed me, then I had to train him. Had came with a lot of experience, but didn't understand resi. Trained him, lost Arzu, at the end of 2025 because family hired ferry at the end of 2025 hired ferry, and mate, so let's train him. Took 2-3 months, and I'm like, we had a really shit December, had a shit January, but I knew the leads are there, and I'm doing less now. So all I'm doing now is getting the leads in, discovery call, having the discovery call, and then doing the presentation, and then just making sure I'm checking the strategies before sending them out, having the presentation, just doing the checks and balances. And last month was our challenge of do not get involved once you hand over the file.
I remember.
And I've been, there's only a couple of files. They're the ones that are straggly that really need me, that these guys never started.
Just hairy ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now I'm feeling really I'm uncomfortable, but feeling more comfortable about being uncomfortable.
Oh, mate, I fucking love this. It's where now that we've got this killer team, right, and we've got this massively oversubscribed level of lead flow in, right, hitting record lead flow months. What do you reckon, based on where we are now, over the next 3-6 months, what sort of month do you reckon we're going to be able to settle?
Well, we've already this month, from all the stuff that's flown on, because got to think it's a 4-month turnaround between lead
100%.
and when you get paid,
100%.
and it's like about a 3-month turnaround. Actually probably 2.5-month turnaround from like settlement, like lead to settlement, right? The payment's just whatever.
Yeah, it comes later. Once the work's done,
right,
by the time you get
it's about
paid.
2.5 months, usually, depending on how quickly people move. Right. My goal is to not make it 2.5 months. My goal is to have a discovery call. I always book the next appointment for the strategy, talk about the strategic finance diagnostic, have the strategy, but we already know we're going to go to the next step off the end of the strategy. So I try to have that within 7 business days. It's now actually blown out to 10 business days just because of the amount of people I'm already seeing, the gaps in my calendar. But that's okay. But we're submitting in under a month, and we're submitting for approval.
You're not doing pre-apps.
No time. What? Why? If you're good enough, the only time I'll do a pre-approval.
You look almost offended that I suggested that you should.
I'm offended. I'm not offended by you.
You're offended by the thought of doing pre-approvals.
The only time I'll do a pre-approval is if I need, couple of things. If I need a policy signed off on, right? If I need a policy.
If it's outside of a square box, if you've got to massage it a little bit, then you'll go and get a pre-app just so it's a little bit cleaner.
And usually there's a refinance and restructure involved in that anyway. So I'm already doing that.
You're doing it. You've got to lodge anyway.
Correct.
Fine.
So I've got to lodge it anyway. So let's just do that. Or they're actively with a buyer's agent looking for a property, and we need to move, and it's an awkward property, and we need that reassurance that we only really need to adjust the security as long as the security and rental is okay.
Do you get a lot of awkward properties with the sort of clients that you're working with?
No, not really. It's just the location. Location.
Okay.
I need to understand location. And normally we can say, mate, look, we've already done the research. This is what it is. The strategy is 95% done. The only thing I say, look, we've already done the research. We've tested the policy. We've extracted your income. This is why we're asking for all the information. Bang, we can do that. We can safely say, hey, pretty much 95, 96% sure. Unless there's something in the background in the lender system, which I have no control over. I've already done your vals. Everything's done. The presentation is, man, if I'm charging someone to bloody do a strategy, I'm going to do it right. I'm not half-assing. We're not half-assing here. It is quality work. And the guys are on board. And if it's shit, I say, this is not good enough, guys. Like we haven't provided any value. Why are we writing 2 paragraphs? This is early. They don't write 2 paragraphs. Where's the
This is part of the training phase.
Yeah, where's the table? Yeah. Show the table. Show the where are you versus where you want to be, the current structure versus future structure. Because everyone learns differently. They'll read it. I can't learn from reading. I learn from doing and watching. And then reading's probably the third. Reading reinforces the doing and the watching. Kind of ties it all together. But some people are very different. So you've got to cater for all learning styles. And but you also got to word it so that a 5-year-old would understand it, but not write 2 paragraphs. that's not what they're paying you for.
And this is something that I wanted to touch on, mate. You're charging fees now, strategy fees to clients when you're onboarding them. What gave you the confidence to begin charging material fees to produce strategies?
Seeing the amount of work that actually has to go into doing one of these, people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
A general consumer will not understand. I've had a good 2 years. I've only just started doing it because I value my time and I wanted to be dealing with the right people. Because what I believe in is as soon as we've got the framework, as soon as I know enough about you, and I don't charge it to everyone. It's mainly if you're new to me, like if you're the Facebook lead or something like that.
So you don't charge existing clients, but for someone to come into your universe, they have to pay a fee. That's the
correct. That's the barrier to entry.
The barrier to entry.
Yep.
Okay.
The reason why I don't charge my existing clients is, mate, I've been doing deals for you so much. I already know pretty much
you know
your
it
blood
intimately.
type.
Yeah.
I know your blood type. Like, it's pretty easy. Like, I don't have to. I said, however, I do say.
Do you do that in the fact find? Get the blood type?
Yeah, it actually says it's in the survey. If you're not the right blood type, you can't come see me. You can't be cold blooded.
Oh shit!
No. So the client, the new clients are always tougher because it's that proving phase.
Yeah.
But I've already got the social proof. I just need the one thing. I'll be very vulnerable here. I don't talk about it enough because I hate talking about myself. I hate even applying for awards and shit, right? But I'll just get and I realized from you, just get other people to do it for you. Like, okay, that's easy. But then it's like, I've got to remember to actually do it. I'm so engrossed in like helping people. I've got to do it. And then that's the next part. The next phase is freeing up time to go and get these people in front of a camera and do it. Because, man, I've helped some people out of some situations and I've turned their lives around in the last 12 months and they know it and they're so appreciative. I don't give a shit if people give me gifts. I'm not a gifts guy, right? If they say thank you, that makes my day.
Yeah.
Right? If they refer a client because I did a good job, that makes my day.
If someone's referring you clients, it means you're doing a good job.
Correct.
Like it's the only way to earn a referral is by delivering a 5-star experience.
It's 110% ROI, isn't it? It's a free referral. I don't have to pay for it, right? But I don't charge my existing clients most of the time unless it's a development deal or a commercial deal because they're very different to a residential. So it's the straight resi stuff. I already know you. But for a new client, I've got to learn about you. I've got to understand you. I have a very, very in-depth discovery call. And the discovery call is not it's not the traditional sales call. It's not a sales call at all. Man, that discovery call is not running numbers. It's not running strategies. It's not talking about banks and rates and blah, 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 blah. It's not transactional. Because I feel a lot of people come to me and they go, and the feedback I've got from my discovery calls, I said, how did you find that? Because I always ask it, how did you find that conversation compared to all the other conversations you've had with other lenders from banks and brokers, etc.? They go, chalk and cheese. Because I want to understand a few things. Sam, why are we talking? What do you want to do? How long do you want? Like, what's your time frame? What have you tried in the past? What's your biggest constraint right now? Who's on your team? Because that's really important when you're talking debt structure and strategy and building out a portfolio. And the part I spend talking about your income, your assets and liabilities is like this. It's so small. It's so small. It's like one section. Everything else is about understanding where they're coming from, what's their background, what's their risk tolerance, all that sort of stuff. What have you tried? What's worked? What hasn't? What did you like? What don't you like? Because then that makes it easier for me to, because at the start of the call, I said, this is all about me trying to figure out whether you and I can work together.
This was my next question. What are you trying to actually get out of the call? What's the core thing you're trying to achieve?
Well, the core thing is I just need to figure out whether you're still, like you can fill in that survey and you're still the wrong client.
Just no dickhead policy.
Yeah, correct. I'm trying to, but also they've got to like me as much as I like them.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I always start the call off by, saying all that stuff. And I said, look, what we're going to figure out by the end of this call is two things. Can we work together? And if we can work together, I'll talk to you about what the next steps are. And the next steps is a paid strategic diagnostic. However, if we can't work together, I'll just kindly point you in the right direction and give you some free education. But you'll get that free education stuff either way. I'm still giving you something at the end of this call. I'm giving them clarity at the end of the call anyway of what they can and can't do. We don't talk about it, but they'll understand very quickly that this is probably not, I'm probably for them or not for them. And it breaks the ice, man. Like, the conversations I have are actually funny. They're like, we're talking like we're having a drink at the pub. You know, I heard your podcast with Katie Thomas. Treat them like you're your friends. Like, she literally has conversations like they're their friends. Would you have, it's the pub test. Would I have a drink with this client?
Yes.
If I can't have a drink with this client, like, why would I? But I don't drink, but, don't drink really. But if I can't have a coffee.
You're not going to have a coconut margarita today.
Oh, no, I will. I wore my coconut margarita outfit.
I didn't fly all the way to Brisbane for you to not have a coconut margarita, Dion.
No, it's all good. I will.
With a shirt like that, you look like you're going to have 2 coconut margaritas.
Yeah.
Matching shorts and everything.
Everything. It's all style, David Smith. Support Australia's small business. He's in Burleigh. Good spot. But look, with the discovery call, it's really, you're discovering about them. If you start making it sales, transactional, mate, we're not even up there yet. I don't even do an application till I know everything about you.
100%. And I think that's a big thing of having so much content out there, having so much social proof out there, having such an effective sales process and an advertising campaigns, because if you do that, by the time someone gets in front of you, you're actually trying to figure out, do I like this person and can I help this person? Rather than trying to convince them, swindle them into doing a little bit of business with you, which doesn't fucking work.
It's transactional. They'll leave you in 12 months for a better rate.
Yeah.
Like, there's something that you won't like. And I tell this to clients. I actually say to them, please don't get offended if I say no. Because I say no to more people than I say yes to. And I think that's the art of knowing your value. I think I only really say yes to maybe 1 in 5 people. Like 20% of my calls I'll say yes to. Probably a little bit more. Probably 2 in 5. Just because my quality's now just increased and the resistance to get there is like, oh, geez, I'm here. Like, geez, this guy knows
Well, you just reduce conversion rates at the top and you increase conversion rates throughout the funnel if you do that.
Correct. Yeah. And it's not the top of the funnel. It's actually the conversion at the bottom of the funnel that gets you paid.
Well, correct. So, that's the bottom line is what matters. The bottom line is what matters.
I'd rather see 10 quality people than 90 not quality people and then waste my time with the 90, and I could spend that time with the 90 I would have spent just giving all my energy to the 10.
Yeah, because if you get them into the process and you fuck around, you bloat the middle of the funnel, which
time wasters.
No one wants a bloated middle funnel. No. Do you know what I mean? No. Let the top of it carve out the right people. Correct.
And the people that stay the journey realize very quickly that, oh, geez, he actually does know what he's talking about. I don't pretend to know everything, and you don't. You learn. I learn every day. I learn. If you're not learning, you're dying. Right? You've got to be learning, and you've got to be open to learning. I think you'll find it in what you do when you're talking to prospective brokers that you want to take on coach. Now, you won't take someone on if they're not coachable.
I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? I think what I look for when I'm working, making a decision to work with a broker is, do I like this person, right? Like, are they going to come to lunch today and we're all going to get along? Yeah. Because if I can't have that, I don't fucking want it, right? And 2, obviously, can I help them? But will they take action? Will they implement? Will they execute? There's no secret that there's a correlation between you fucking do things and you action them. You get them done, right? You're all actually getting it done. And the progress that you've made. That's not an accident that it's happened like that for you, because you're a doer. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is someone a doer?
Yeah. And that's the same with when I take on clients.
Correct. It's the same process.
I say this and I mean it in the nicest possible way, right?
Oh, don't say it's too spicy. We've got 17 cameras.
No.
If it's too spicy.
It's all right. It's not spicy.
Okay.
No, it's not on OnlyFans. No, it's all good. It's more I like doing things that I like doing, right?
Yeah.
And there's stuff I don't like doing. Yeah. So if a client comes to me and they're a first-time buyer, and like I do help first-time buyers, but they've got to be very specific in what they want to do, or they've got to be a family friend.
Mm.
I just don't enjoy helping first-time buyers in the sense that it doesn't give me as much joy as it would give someone like Luke.
Look at Luke. Luke loves it. Loves first-time buyers.
If you're a first-time buyer, I'll still help you, but I'll actually just refer you to Luke. He knows more.
He knows more and he fucking loves it. Do you know what I mean?
More, but I'm not a hand holder. That's, I think, what I'm trying to say is I'm not a hand holder. Because if you want someone to hold your hand and pat you on the head saying, good job.
That's not you.
That's not me. I'm like, you need to do this. I'm helping you. Come along for the ride, because I'll help you, but I can only help you effectively if you help me help you. And that's why I talk about the team so much, because people come and see me and they don't have a team. It's like, how many solo brokers there are there? They don't have a team and they burn out because there's just not that.
It's still a laborious business. It still needs hands on deck.
It's bloody hard.
Yeah.
If people come to me and say, I want to be a broker, I'm like, cool. What do you actually know? What do you think we do? Like, sure, we do long lunches, right?
I was going to say, don't you just go to long lunches all day?
Oh, for sure. I just record day in the lives of, you know? I just do podcasts all day. No, I've earned the right to do it. I think, you know, I with anything that I've done in life, I've earned the right to do it. There's no silver spoon, like even growing up, never handed a silver spoon. I'm one of 4 kids from migrant parents. My parents packed up in 1988. My dad left India. I was born in India. He left India.
I didn't realize you were born in India.
Yeah, no, I don't have the accent, eh? I have the head bubble, but I don't have the accent. No, but he left for a better life, right? So they left to leave the legacy, right? I think if you're looking, I just literally thought of that right now.
This is the migrant story, you know what I mean?
Correct.
In Oz.
The legacy. So he's left to New Zealand, mate. And then Mum came with me, my brother, and my sister, they're all young, right? I remember stopping off at Singapore and throwing up in the cab because that was my first flight. Got air sickness. So remember, that's a core memory. But moving to New Zealand, staying with a family, very, very close to us, right? Very, very close family. My auntie Usha's still there, not blood related, but basically, everyone's an auntie and uncle, right? But they were there, like we were on the floor sleeping on the floor. Man, in India, we didn't have beds. We all slept in the same bloody bed in my nana's place. You earn the right. It's a privilege.
Crazy.
It's a privilege.
Yeah.
So what I do, every time I look at it and go, I earn the right to do this. I didn't just start it. Like, look at Adam. He's earned the right to grow the business out. And slowly I'm earning the right to have my own staff. And I'm earning the right to help the people I want to help.
I fucking love this, mate.
But I mean, it's getting a bit philosophical, but it's true, right? The hard work has been installed right from the beginning, and I'll attribute my mum to it, right? You're one of 4 kids. Like, figure it out. Like, you have to be solution focused. Mum was working, Dad was working. You know, Dad worked as a chef, early mornings. He was out, never saw him till the night. So Mum was there. She had to take us to school. Eventually, it got to the point where, like, you just go to school yourself. I remember my brother, my sister, and myself walking to school through the bush in New Zealand.
I was going to say, did you come straight to Oz or did you go to New Zealand?
No, I went to
first?
New Zealand. I did all my schooling in New Zealand. Mate, I'm never a bookworm. Never a bookworm. I couldn't do it. I'm very like, you get me onto something, like hands on, and I'll excel.
You like middle work class, eh?
No. No tradie.
No
tradie. No, I can't. I've got a drill, but that's about as red tradie as I get.
I've got a drill.
That's about as tradie as I get, right?
Did you buy it from Bunnings?
Yes, it's an Azito. It's red. And it's got all the spare parts. And then I've got a tool bag.
Has it been used?
Yeah. On the reno that we just did.
What did you drill?
Just like the screws and shit. Like renovation. Jana will tell you, right? I've got a good spare. You know, like hands on. I love learning. I love the process of learning. And I think that's life, right?
Yeah, life is learning.
But then I'm also very quick to learn what I like and don't like.
Yes.
So I don't like doing laborious work.
No.
And that's cool. It's not for everyone.
100%. It's
But
fucking hard, man.
It's hard.
It's hard work.
But credit to me, I went and did some gardening the other week, and because of the inspection,
What are you growing?
Nothing. I just had to trim the bushes.
Yeah, nice.
And then I had to go, oh crap, there's so much crap here. So I had to put it away. And that's, 2 hours in the garden. But I'm like, all right, that was my 2 hours for the year. But you learn very quickly how to survive. It's a survival.
Yeah.
It's a survival game. And I didn't finish uni. Halfway through a degree. Everyone else finished uni. Do I believe you need a uni degree? Probably not. Does it help? Yep. But do I believe...
I didn't finish year 10. I turned out fine.
Do I believe...
Sort of.
Do I believe that if you compared me to someone fresh out of uni, you'd hire me over someone at uni that's got experience and can actually has the right attitude?
Mm.
The right attitude and the willingness to learn will trump skill.
100%.
Because half of learning skill is the will to learn the skill.
Yeah. Learning to learn is a thing.
Learning
how
learn.
to learn is a thing. Yeah.
You got to learn. It's like learning. So I don't know whether you know, my job for a very long time, actually the longest time, from 16 till about 30-ish, I was a professional tennis umpire.
Were ya? Yeah. Fuck, you look like a tennis umpire.
Yeah, I love tennis, but I couldn't play. So I hurt my wrist pretty badly. I did a lot of sport. I could pick up sport so easily. Get the hang of doing hand-eye coordination, very good at. Learning on the job, very good at. So tennis umpiring, mate, you learn on the job. It's theory. I got to what's called a bronze badge chair umpire, which I traveled to Hong Kong to sit the test, and you had to get 95% or above through the whole thing. It was a very hard test. Sick as a dog. Did it. Great. Did heaps of Australian Opens, US Opens.
Did ya?
Yep. Davis Cup in the chair, Australian Opens in the chair, stuff like that. Line umpiring at the US Open. Lots of memories. But what it did create is, hey man, you can go and travel and live by yourself, build up some resilience and learn how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I never relied on mum and dad. Never relied on anyone to help me through. I moved here.
Your family still in NZ?
Yeah, mum and dad still in NZ.
Yeah.
My sister has moved back. It's how diverse our family is. So I'm in finance. Never wanted to be in finance. Just felt I don't have a degree. My brother, my second oldest brother, is a tradie. He's a builder. My sister's a surgeon. And my youngest brother is a chartered accountant living in
Your
Thailand.
fucking parents would love that.
Oh, yeah.
They'd love that.
Didn't love the fact that I didn't go to uni, but whatever. Typical rebel. But the idea of carving your own course, I think for them, you've got to learn how to do it. And this taught me resilience and, mate, just to keep pounding the wall and then figure it out. You've got to be solution focused in this world. And if you're not, you will drown and you'll just be miserable your whole life.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Mate, there's so many questions here and we've just been bantering. So we haven't had to fucking...
Give me some juicy ones.
I'm going to give you a couple of juicy ones, right?
Well, let's do a quick fire round.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a fucking quick fire round. Okay.
I'm sweating bombs here.
We've got to get one of those coconut mugs into you. And I'll just help you refresh. So you're not so parched.
Yeah, parched.
Okay, so rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
What is the number one thing that made if I ask you what the number one thing is, what made the biggest difference to your results, what comes to mind first?
Getting a coach.
Yeah, right. Fucking good plug. Thanks, mate.
Wasn't a plug. It was just the bloody truth. Actually, sorry, getting the right coach, because there's a lot of coaches out there. Getting the right coach that fits what you want to do and understands what you want to do, has been there, done that, but also the personality fit.
Personality fit matters. Do you know what I mean?
And the culture that you're creating.
The culture matters. Do you know what I'm saying? It's everything's just easier with good people. I can't stress this enough. In every aspect of life, good people make all the fucking difference. And it helps if you're a good person yourself. You try to be.
Yeah.
Try not to be a fucking bearded prick all the time. Okay. What are the biggest challenges between a 20 mil month and a 2 mil month? Where are the challenges different?
It's a really good question. I think the challenges are the same. They're just bigger. Like they just get greater when you're trying to build something out. And realizing where you need help between the 2 mil and the 20 mil sooner rather than later, that's one thing I would change, is realizing that, hey, actually backing myself more to say, hey, I can write a 20 mil month.
The ability to even think that you can do it, that's the critical thing.
They don't get it. Like, it's the process remains the same.
A home loan's a fucking home loan.
No. Yeah, the process from a 2 mil shouldn't change to writing 20 mil, right? It's you just got to do more and not have it break. And you need help. It's really hard.
It's a laborious business. You can't do everything on your own in a brokerage. It's not the model.
I reckon you could do 5 mil.
I reckon 5 mil is a fair crack of the whip
without help.
Yeah,
but you're working your ass off for 5 mil.
Yeah,
right. 8 mil with a bit of help, with a bit of processing is easier. Once you start getting to 9, 10, 12, 15, you need to be doing leads because ultimately the leads are the one that get in. So you need to get the leads in. You need to be able to articulate and hand over to your credit analyst. Credit analyst needs to be able to understand what you're doing, present, hand over, go. And you just don't touch the file again.
Done. Let it go.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So mortgages are a slow cash conversion cycle model. Everyone knows that, right? Whether or not they know it, they feel it.
Yeah.
What have you done in periods of cash burn, or how have you stopped periods of cash burn from occurring in the first place?
Don't spend money. No. No. So my first 3 months, I had $36,000 to my name. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of a divorce.
So that was your max cash burn. That was my 36 grand. After that, it's game over. Turn the Nintendo off.
Correct. Like turn the lights off. Put the candles on, baked beans and toast. But that just put the rocket up my ass to like work. But I could tell you, I had these conversations with Adam going, what the hell am I doing, man? Like, it's been 2 months. I've gone all these BD meetings. I've tried to ring all these people. Nothing's come through. Then I had my first client.
It took 90 days, and before your first client
October, November.
Yeah,
spoke to my first client at the end of November. Settled his deal at the in the middle of December.
That's pretty fast.
Got paid, but this is the speed. I already have the ability to get a deal done. Right, I can do the deal in my head. I already know where it's going. Just getting the leads, leads, and then once that happened, my first settlement was January. And mate, then it was game on. Let's go. I did 20 mil from October 23 to June 24. And then basically from July 24 to December 24, right, 45 mil. Got you on board from January to June 25. It was like 67 or 57 or close to 60 mil. Cheeky bump up. So I did my first 100 mil year.
Yeah, nice.
That was huge. That was my goal because I had a big chip on my shoulder because my previous employer told me that I couldn't do it.
That's a good way to get someone to do something is you tell them they can't do it.
And I said, hold my beer. No, I didn't actually say it because I was like shit scared. But taught me a lot of stuff, right? But cash flow is hard. I still don't understand it fully, but I spend the money where I think it's going to be more valuable to make me money.
And I think cash flow sucks at the start in a brokerage. I think over time as trail builds, as the pipeline builds, it starts to suck less.
Yeah. Correct. But I'm also very good at saving.
Yeah.
So I don't spend all the money that I don't need to spend because when I was by myself, I needed to feed myself.
Mm-mm.
Right. So I had it before I could start feeding anyone else. I have a war chest. I still do.
Yeah.
Put aside, and I had really good advisors. Make sure you put some away for GST, put some away for tax, put some away for your super, all that sort of stuff. So like I was that forced savings. So I never always had, you get your comms and you only keep money in the account for what I need for 3 months. So I've got 3 months cash flow in the account. Now, what that looks like is very different from what it used to look like to what it is now, but I make sure that I don't go below a certain amount.
Just liquidity. And I'm just working like that. And these last few months have been pretty stressful because we're on board new people And it takes
slows
time.
down.
It takes time.
4 months before you get paid, right? 4
mate.
months. And then if you have a ship month of leads,
you're going to pay. If we have a ship month now in Feb, you're going to pay for that in June, I tell you.
Correct. But we're not having a ship month. So it's good.
You're going to have a cracking June because you had a record, back-to-back record lead months.
We will probably reach 100 mil before the end of or close to 100 mil before the end of the quarter.
Love.
So the goal's 150.
Love.
So
love.
It's close. But yeah, you can't avoid it. You just can control it by spending money where you need to spend it.
100%. Mate, how important is lead flow in growing a brokerage?
How do you write a deal without leads?
You fucking can't.
So it's the be all and end all, isn't it? So it is the be all and end all. But getting leads versus getting the right leads.
Yeah.
You can get leads. I could tell you, I'd give you one hint. You've got a bloody phone with all these contacts in it, and I reckon half these people on your contact list don't even know what you do. So for a new mortgage broker starting out, pick up your phone, go through your contact list, let everyone know what you do and how you help. You're not selling them anything. You just got to let them know what you do and how you help, and then put that out into the universe and let more people know about it. Because not enough people know about what you do and how you help.
Nearly no one knows what anyone does. Do you know what I mean? That's why the content stuff works so well. But it's funny that you mentioned that, because a lot of the time when brokers come and like do fucking content, the first leads that they just start to get off their content is their friends, their family, their existing universe are like, I didn't know you were a mortgage broker. Yeah. So people that are already in their universe and they just didn't even know. They were only a degree away from you. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It's that 6 degrees of separation piece. But like, why don't you just take the low hanging fruit? Like once you build momentum is a godsend.
Because then you get the client referrals, you get partner referrals, all that stuff starts to come. Do you know what I mean?
Energy, man. Your energy that you can put into this shit. Like it drives you. Because like we said before, it's a lonely, lonely, lonely world as a broker, solo broker. Where are you getting your energy from?
Where are you getting your energy from?
As a solo broker, the energy was just coming from me. Like just knowing that, hey, yep, I can do this. Like just that self-talk. Then it was like,
was it the dwindling 36 grand? Then there was a little bit of motivation coming off the back of that?
The actual motivation was from a couple of people. Adam, obviously, going to put your balls on the line.
Love.
I'm here to support you, and here's all the support. You just help me. And like, he's an open book, mate. I don't know anyone that helps more people apart. Like, it's not a coach.
Yeah.
That helps and is willing to have a chat with anyone and help people, and put people in a position to win.
Yeah.
And that's the people I want people to win. So we just gelled,
But you can see that because he's a good bloke, and you can see the culture that it's emerged.
Yeah,
culture starts at the top. Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
And it feeds through. It feeds through every part of a business.
Correct. And then I think the energy comes from like doing stuff that's not mortgage broking. I've taken up cycling. Yep, I'm a mammal, middle-aged man in lycra.
Get the fuck out of
here! Yeah. I cycle 3 times, 4 times a week. But I love my gym. You like that, don't you?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can take the piss out of myself. I'm good. I'm okay with it.
If you go home and get changed and put your lycra on and come to the long lunch, I don't know, I'll do something for you. If you...
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. You got to come out on a ride with me if you want to see that. I can stare at you can stare at my ass for 3 hours.
I don't think walks ride push bikes, Dion. I don't think they do it.
No.
I don't think they do it. Okay. There's so many good ones here, mate. We're gonna get through a couple more. We're gonna get through a couple more. Mate, single dad, little girl. I know family's important to you, right? How have you juggled raising your daughter and building this business at the same time?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I don't think I've actually worked it out.
It's fucking hard.
I just wing it. You know, I did listen to your podcast with Katie, and you know, they're talking about how hard it is to juggle family life. You know, how hard is it for women to juggle family life? But you know, not a lot of men openly talk about, half of them don't even talk about their feelings anyway. Right?
Just got to give them 10 beers. If you give a bloke 10 beers, he'll tell you about his feelings.
Or they'll be under the table, whichever. Right? Whatever. But I openly talk about how hard it is. But I don't talk about it in a negative sense where it's like, oh, feel sorry for me. It's fucking hard. Because no one's coming to save you. You know what I mean? You got to save yourself. You got to do the things that'll save yourself. So the way I've actually done it is we're week on, week off. And it's taken 4 years to get to a stage where, from the separation, the divorce, all that sort of stuff, the custody. And it was really, really hard. You can't bloody sugarcoat. It was hard. There was times I was like, what am I doing? How am I going to get through this? But you just do. You just do. You've got to. It's survival of the fittest. I had a choice. You make the choice. But I have two different work weeks. The work weeks with my daughter and the work weeks without my daughter.
Tell me more about this.
So the work weeks without my daughter, I'm open. Calendar's open. I do more of the stuff that I need to, I just take more on during that. But then on the weeks that I have my daughter, basically, I take her to school, do the middle part of the day. Then I help. She's got tutoring, sport, dance, all the things. Like she's 13 this year.
A teenager.
Yeah, she's a
Bloody
teenager.
hell.
So that comes with a whole.
I got 3 daughters. I got 3 daughters. Let me just
use one at a time.
Just cruise for the next couple of years.
Yeah,
before
you'll be cruisy, bro. Cruisy. Yeah. Once they hit the attitude era, the wrestling where they had the attitude era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoo, you've got 3 eras of that. I got 1, right?
Maybe Brisbane trips.
Yeah, just long lunches. Just have lots of long lunches. So. You're going national, right? You've got to go to Perth sometime, eh?
Oh, but then they're going to get to a certain age. I can go for long lunches with them. So it might suck for 5 years. Yeah. Maybe there's going to be 5 years of suck in there.
Well, I took her to a couple of Christmas lunches because I had her. I'm like, well, what do I do with you on holidays?
You got to come.
You got to figure it out.
You got to
figure it out. You can't be everything to everyone. And I think, when you prioritize things, you go back to the vision. What's the vision? Empower financial legacies for generations. Who's my legacy? My daughter. So therefore, if I'm not present, I'm not there. Now, could I be more present? Yeah, probably. But when I'm with her, I try to be as much as you can. But, mate, she's a teenager. She just sits in her room half the time. Okay, what am I doing with that time? All right, well, I've got to prep food, make sure I go to the gym, make sure I do at least ride the bike. And then, I'll put her to bed. And then I'll probably work for a couple of hours, just get the admin stuff done, get back to clients at night. So just find a way to do things. But having staff on, I can delegate a little bit more. So it's actually made it easier, and I'm delegating that, and I'm valuing that time. Because Craig, he's got a daughter, funnily enough, is also called Charlotte.
Get out of here. Your daughter's names are the same.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So Craig's got a daughter. He gets it.
Yeah.
Fairy's got 2 kids. He gets it too. And they're all very, I think, Craig's daughter's a little bit older. I think she's 17 this year. But Fairy's son and daughter are pretty close to where Charlotte is. So we all get it. I'm pretty cruisy with, hey, man, family comes first, but you still have work to do. Right? I don't expect you, if there's no 9 to 5 anymore. There's no 9 to 5. It's just get it done.
Yeah.
Have you done your work for the day? And if you haven't, or have you met your deadlines for the day? If you haven't, meet the deadlines for the day because it's important. Or let someone know, support each other. So it is really hard to juggle, and I haven't mastered it, and I don't think you will because it's ever evolving. There's always something. So you just got to do your best, and just know that your best is good enough.
And I think that's the fucking only realistic approach to have, man. Building a business and raising a family. It's hard. What are you going to do? Fucking do your best anyway.
Yeah. That's it.
Fuck. I love that, mate. I love that.
It's very philosophical, this podcast.
It is very philosophical. Maybe there's something in the air at this podcast. Maybe they put in this studio.
Yeah.
Maybe he's smiling. Look, everyone's smiling here. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Bit of sage, or I don't know, what do you call it? Oh, this candle over here.
Yes, so saying happening.
Eat, drink, nap. Oh, geez, that's what we're doing. So,
all right, we're gonna. I'm going to give you one more, Dion. I'm going to give you one more. And I ask everyone this question. It's my favorite question. If you had to give 8-year-old Dion one piece of advice, what would you tell him?
Yeah. That's hard. Because do you really reckon if you had that advice then, it would change the future?
Don't know.
Right? So, I don't know. I watch too much Marvel or DC comics, the Flash, where he goes back in time and changes the timeline, and then it's like, did it really happen? But I think I've always followed what I thought was right? And the biggest thing I'd say is go with your gut.
That's what you would teach him, go with your gut.
Go with your gut and have a crack, because you don't know whether you're going to be good at something, whether you like it, until you give it a red hot go, and not just give it one go. It's like, make the mistakes and learn, because failure is a privilege as well. You don't get any better by like kicking goals all the time. You got to know it's bigger, right? And the other thing, I think you've got time. You've got time to make mistakes. You've got time to get things right, and knowing that it'll never be perfect, but you can make it as good as you want it to be is a godsend. Even at 40, like I'm reinventing myself.
How old are you now?
How old am I? 44?
Fuck, that was a hard question to answer. I'm a little bit worried about you, mate.
I can't remember. I don't think about how old I am. I don't think about it.
You've blocked it out.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like for me, I'm like, well, it's just another year. You just go but there's always enough time.
Yeah.
Right. And what you do with that time will determine the outcome.
Love it, mate. I appreciate you fucking coming on and talking and open up the books with us today. Getting very. What was the word you used? Not sentimental, philosophical. This is the most philosophical podcast we've had.
Yeah, lucky we're not on couches.
Why?
Because, it'd be like relax. A therapy session.
Yeah. No. Maybe next time we can.
Next time with some coconut margaritas.
That'd be great. Well, in saying that, we're off. We're going off to lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see ya for next fortnight's episode. Take it easy.
Bye.
Was that all right?
Yeah, mate.
Love. How long did we...